Hi, this is Adam Taha, and today we'll look at a different section of the animation part. And again, this is not a tutorial, my friends. This just shows you a bit more about the process of creating your simple, very simple animation. It gives you an idea. Maybe I can inspire you, to think about your videos in a more creative way that you can captivate your audience, inspire your audience, educate them in a fun way that leads people to your products and services without having to pitch to them and so on. And we're living now in a digital media era, and there's so much you can do. Sometimes you're so busy doing things that you forget that these things exist and you've got them on your computer, or you just skills that you can learn quite fast. In the first video I looked about the characters, the story, and the process, how we get things ready in the character wise, the colors, and then edit them in Sony Vegas and so on. But today I'm going to show you how to prepare. For example, if you have a scene and you got a background there, you got cars moving by, you got a city in the background as well, and you got a sky, and you want all these to be animated separately, so it brings life to your videos. And honestly, my friends, when you can tell a story, and you're selling as well, but you're telling a story that reveals your readers' life, their challenges, and you show them a way out in a way that they're really thankful that you made them laugh, that you've made them feel good about what you've just done, and they go and buy your product as well. For now, you got all these images, right? So what I've done is I've got everything in layers. So for example, if you've got a sky, that'll be in a different layer. If the sky's got clouds, you may want to add another layer so you can animate the clouds and so on. Now let me show you. Here I've got the tree, that's in a separate layer, that's there. I've got the sun. In the animation part, this sequence part, the sun goes down as the camera moves you in, and you got so you got the sky separate, you got the land here, the foundation here separate, you got the bushes here separate, all these are separate. And this like kind of texture that's done by watercolor brushes. We'll talk about that later on in the future. So I've got all these ready, and what I do then, what you do is you go into After Effects and import it in. And you don't import it in as a footage, you import it in as a composition. Again, don't worry about that part. I just want to share with you what you can do, and unleash your imagination, your creativity, because imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Why? You can hire a lot of people who've got knowledge. You can hire a lot of people who've got skills. But creativity, imagination, that is totally different, my friend. That's totally different. That comes from experience, general knowledge, life itself, being able to see the world in a different way, and you can come out with so many ideas like that, just like that, bang bang bang, so many ideas quick. While someone's like, how do you do that? Because you've trained your mind to do that. You've trained to not see a box, forget thinking outside a box. There is no box. So here we've got all these images. Now look at this. Let me just show you. You see the illusion, how when we move forward, so it's not like a flat image. Alright, and so here's how this is done. I'm just gonna rotate that for you. We're not going to talk about the functions and what this does, what's that's in the course. For now, I just want to inspire you on the potential of what you can do. You see here, now this is the reason why we've got everything in different layers, because it gives it, when we do it, put it in After Effects, it gives it this like 3D illusion, with 2D image. This one here, look, this one here, right, that's in a separate layer. That's in a separate layer. If I move that back a bit, that's in a separate layer. This one as well, and so on. Then you animate each part, and the ones that you want to stay still, like the bushes, you leave them there. But if you want to animate the sunset, you can see the sun going down, and you can see that like that kind of broken heart there as well, because in the song it talks about that. So again, I'm sharing with you this. Why? Because I don't want you, when the course is on, I don't want you thinking that, oh, it's not going to take work. I really don't want you to waste your money. I really don't. I really want to have people who love this and think, man, I can do this for my videos, I can do this for my music videos to sell my songs, instead of just banging some loop or vocal loop or singing on guitar. I can create something that really draws the person into a story that really is emotional, gets them going. They can see it and they say, man, I'm gonna buy this song. You can create a story for your own about your website, about the journey, about your concept, about your product features, your benefits, but do it in a way that you're selling the sizzle, not the steak. That's just another part of what you've got to prepare. Getting the images ready, putting there, and After Effects, importing them, knowing how to do that, and then animating each part. And so it depends how complicated you want it. If you want complicated image, really tight image, you can do that. If you want the arms to move as well, the legs to move, and the guys walking and rabbits going on, whatever, you can do that as well. But I've made it simple so that you can learn the process and then take that process and apply it to what you want to do. But also that in the forum, I'm always there, that you can ask questions if you get stuck. If you get stuck somewhere, we can find a way and help you to get out of that, and so on. Yeah. Okay, but you yourself as well need to do your homework, and it's a brilliant feeling when you've done your video and it goes out there and it's a creative one, okay, and people are loving it and they get captivated, they get inspired, they go to your website, they follow you, you don't have to tell them to share, they share the video because they're like, they say that to their friends, man, you gotta see this video, it's wicked, it's awesome. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you really want to do. That's what you really want to do. You really want to get the person to take a form of action, to do the work for you, yeah. And they're doing it because they really want to be part of what you're doing. They're really proud of sharing what you've done, and this type of work can do that. There's like 4 or 5 steps that you need to do before you create the animation, before you create the images, and we're gonna go through that in the training, yeah, around when the website's launched. So I hope that gives you just a little bit more, and I will share other things later on the process, yeah. But the how-to, the getting it done, and all that kind of thing will be in the course.
What happened to the men you so loved, with their fancy cars and their fancy suits, promising you the whole wide world? Made my hopes so absurd, made my dreams so small. Before I walked out the door, I took one last look at you, before my dreams came crumbling down onto the floor. Well, you made me feel so good, so alive. Well, you made me feel so good, so alive. It's strange, we meet in an unlikely place. It's strange that we meet face to face, and you rush by me as you usually do, and there's no memory of me with you. Well, you made me feel so good, so alive. Well, you made me feel so good, so alive. this holy place. Now my tears are coming down, crashing down.